community-wide, right? So, welcome to everyone to our regular Thursday podcast. So, was made to understand that from next week onward, we are going to have some changes. It's going to be more interesting because I think the purpose of you guys here, I see some new names here, right? I mean, the purpose of we are here is because we want to learn something from somebody, because everybody is a master of their own way, right? So when you come gather here every evening, Thursday evening, we were bound to pick up something from Ronald, who is a guru in these industries, right? Just a little bit info. In fact, last year, LifeWave is the world 32nd uh, biggest, I think, direct sales company. Yeah? So this year, we plan to hit 1 billion, and that will bring LifeWave into the top 20 in the world. And next year is going to be top 10. That is David Smith's plan, right? In order to reach that level, there must be something difference that has to be carried out. So, in line with LifeWave direction, we in Team Sundaran, we are also working very hard, especially Ronald, always come up with new ideas, try to improve the group's performance. So my name is Samson. I'm the MC, and I think a lot of you would have known Ronald. All right. For those who doesn't know him, well, listen to him directly. Okay, I pass the mic to you, Ronald.
Thank you, Sam. Sam is my buddy. He's my classmate. We have been together for I think more than 50 years. All
More
right.
than that.
Very good evening to everyone. Thank you very much. So, like what Sam had said, that next week there will be some changes. We will do some more on some business building tips, some podcasts. It will be very short session because I am actually following on what Peter is doing in the United States because he's growing so fast. So it will be only a half an hour sort of a podcast, and there will be 15 minutes Q&A lah. All right. And every week we will change on rotation. I know there will be about 5 to 6 topics. All right. Now, before I start, there is a disclaimer here. Anything I share with you today do not intend to treat, diagnose, or cure or prevent any disease or medical condition. If you have a medical problem, please go and seek advice from your own medical doctor. And in the later part, the income potential are also meant for illustration purposes. Individual results may vary. It all depends on the amount of time, dedication, hard work you put in to build the business. All right. Now let's start off with this. Last August, I went to Venice the second time, thanks to LifeWave. This time I brought together with my son and his girlfriend, soon-to-be wife. Now imagine, this is a very sort of an important question. Imagine if tomorrow you are going to retire. Today you are going to be working for the last day in your life. So what are you going to do? Are you going to be very happy? Tomorrow you will be free, after working for others for so many years. Or maybe after in business for so long, like Samson, he wind up his business and he is free. So are you going to be very happy, or are you going to be worried? Worried that the amount of money in your savings or in your EPF, whether how long can it last? Now, this is a very, you would say, a very serious question. So according to Ringgit Plus, By the age of 55, retirement age, you would need at least 578,000 for your EPF, in your EPF or in your savings, in order for you to retire, safely retire, not comfortably, only for one person. So if you are husband and wife, you need at least more than 1 million. So how many of you really, you don't have to answer this question. How many of you have got 500,000 to 1 million in your savings or your EPF? I remember when I was 55, when I withdraw my EPF, I only got 38,000. Well, I have not been paying because I have been self-employed for so long. So I thought I could do better than the EPF, but I was wrong. So I screwed up my finances. I nearly went into bankruptcy. Many people know that. All right. So thanks to LifeWave, today I managed. Actually, if I want to retire, I can. I did ask Samson this question before, when he retired and he went over to Australia to stay for some time with the kids. So I asked him. He told me that he retired. He got more than 500,000, more than 500,000. So I asked him, how long does it last? He said, 1 year. 1 year. You see. So 500,000, if you want to retire comfortably, all right. I don't think so. Maybe for 1 year. Now, according to Warren Buffett, this is a very famous saying. If you do not find a way to make money while you sleep, you will have to work until the day you die. Agreed? Because the amount of money you save and the amount of money in your EPF will not last you very long. Unless you got very smart children that can excel in businesses, or maybe he work in a C level in the corporate world, international company, maybe very highly paid. Maybe he can, support you until the day you leave the world. But how many can do so? All right. So how can you make money while you sleep? There are only two ways you can make money while you sleep. Number one is through investment. Maybe you buy a lot of stocks and bonds, you buy a lot of unit trusts and, it's growing. But how many people are so disciplined? The second method is you own businesses without your presence. If you own businesses that you need to take care, okay, you cannot retire. Unless you're into some businesses, you hire people to do it for you, then the money comes in, passively without you actually managing that kind of business, then you can actually retire. Now, if you really want to go into a business, actually, what kind of business should you go into? So I will say that these are the three key factors, lah. I'm talking about, there are so many types of business that you can go to. But if you really want to, really make good money and really can scale, big and, make, can retire comfortably, you have to find something that is unique. I mean, you can still do some business whereby everybody is doing, you can still make some money, but they will be full of competition. Then the second thing to consider is the profitability, you know. Certain business you can only make only a few percent, like for example, uh, the building material business, because I was working with one of the company that one of the subsidiary deal with building materials, even though I was not in the division. So I was told that the margin is very low. They sell cement, they sell steel, they sell all this kind of stuff, because the volume is big. So would you want to go into a business whereby there is only a small percentage of margin, or something whereby it's so profitable? And the third thing is the trend. I mean, if the trend now is ongoing, let's say for example, now opening a coffee shop is the trend now. But do you think you can still make it? There are many people, they, of course, you can see some brands who are still, doing well. You can see, there's some brands are coming up. The other day I saw one new brand, it's a China brand, came to Malaysia. They're also doing very well. Assuming that if you want to start your own, how much you think you need? According to the here, this iMoney, it says that you need at least 300,000 to start, and you need a floating capital, a 6 months reserve cash of at least 50,000. Because why? Your monthly cost is already 34,000. You know, at least another 200,000, I would say, reserve money to roam. You don't want to only open shop for 1 or 2 months. At least you want to try for a year or so, is it? Okay. So if you want to do a business, if you can predict the future trend, you know, like now, what is the future trend? Everybody is talking about AI. I think it is in trend, but it is still not maxed out yet, the trend. It's not the peak yet. If you go into this, everybody is talking about AI, 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 Can you make money? I believe so. Now let's take a look at the direct selling industry. Now, this industry is actually, there are many people who are still very, you can say, very skeptical, very biased, or very against this industry. But there's nothing wrong with this. It's a form of distribution of products. You know, selling online is distributing a product online. Selling to the conventional method is the conventional method. You sell to retail shops and this. This is word of mouth distribution, word of mouth marketing. It's just a different form of distribution of product. And this industry is not small. No, you are talking about today. I think it's close to 200 billion already, because this was 2022. And look at the amount of people involved. 100 over million people worldwide involved in this industry. This is not a small industry. But then there are so many companies. Yet in Malaysia alone, with license, I was told that it's about 500 companies. What about those without license? There are so many. What about the whole world? I don't know how many thousands of companies, coming in and going out. Some will make it, some will not make it. The direct selling business or the network marketing business is just like any other business. Not every company can make it. Now let's take a look at 20 over years ago. This guy wrote this book. I have a copy of this book. I bought this book at that time. There was more than 20 years ago. His name, he is actually a very famous economist. So he wrote about the wellness revolution. What do you mean by the wellness industry? He classified the wellness industry as the supplementation, the health industry, the skincare industry, the anti-aging industry, the sports industry, the fitness industry, even spas, and all those. It is all lumped under wellness. And this is a huge industry. At that time, he was talking about, he says that this industry will touch $1 billion in the next 20 years. Was he right? Yes. Today is 5.6 trillion. That was 20 over years ago. He wrote this book, he predicted. And every company jumped into the bandwagon. Almost all companies are selling some kind of a supplement lah, health product lah, vitamin lah, herbal product lah, skincare lah, anti-aging lah. Correct or not? Most of us have been taking this kind of product. Okay. Because it becomes a huge market, from billion-dollar market to a trillion. You know how big is 1 trillion? 1 trillion is 1,000 billion. This is 5.6 trillion. But yet there is so much hoo-ha about this industry, and yet people still are medication dependent. If this industry, okay, is so good, if all the health product is so good, and if it can work really well, people should not be taking medication. So there is also another school of thoughts lah, okay? We are not going to talk about the other school of thought. Mainly because that we age, and there is nothing that can stop aging. Nobody can become immortal. So according to the National Council on Aging, 80% of the older adults, 65 years and above, are considered older adult. We qualify. Me and Sam qualify, huh? All right. Now, we'll have at least one chronic disease. What are the chronic disease? Heart disease, cancer, stroke, diabetes, so on and so forth. The lists are endless. And 77% have got two, some even more. Some even empat sekawan, no? 四樣齊全啦. And over 80% of not even just the older adults alone, even young adults suffer from some kind of a chronic pain. It's very common. So you see, aging itself is a big industry. That's why, people talk about anti-aging. Before I go into what LifeWave do is related to the aging industry. Okay, let's take a look at the world richest man. Okay, this is the latest report, this year 2025. The top 10 billionaires in the world. 10 of them, 8 of them are in the technology sector, except Warren Buffett and Bernard Arnault. Warren Buffett, of course, is the investor. Bernard is in the fashion industry. He's a fashion mogul. Every one of them, remember 20 over years ago when Bill Gates' fortune was close to 70 billion? Wow, people say, no, so rich already. Today, you look at Elon Musk, how many times more? So the sky is the limit. And look at them, they don't take a lifetime to build this, no. Look at Jason Huang, all of a sudden he shoot out. He become the top 10. You see. So if you really want to get into the business, now is the technology cycle. Even in feng shui also, they said now is the period, now is the technology cycle. You see, 8 out of 10 billionaires are in the technology industry. And LifeWave is the technology company. We are not just an ordinary, supplement or wellness company. We are a technology wellness company. And we are not a new company. If it's a new company, you are taking a hell of a risk because they might not make it. Okay, for a company to last 20 years is really something. And we are going to hit 1 billion. And we specialize in what? A wearable patented technology where you can wear in your body, harnessing the power of light to boost health at cellular level, reverse aging. We are not talking about anti-aging. Anti is stop, reverse is Gostan Bale. Is it possible or not? You can do some research. It is possible. Dr. David Sinclair also have done a lot of research on reverse aging that is possible. I'm not talking about the numbers. I'm talking about the internal organs, the function, okay? Now, before we go into that, let's take a look at the growth of LifeWave. 883% for the past 5-year growth is very, very, very humble figure already, According to this DSA, I don't know how they calculated, LifeWave growth for the past 5 years is 2,000%. Let's take a look at this growth. The first 14 years until 2018, I would say, LifeWave is still a very small kacang putih company. 51 million worldwide. Nothing to shout about. When our star product was born, the X39, okay? X39 stem cell activator. The sales doubled to 100 million. Then double again, then it just grow and grow and grow and grow. And in this April, Indonesia is going to open the office, okay? They're going to open. All the while, Indonesia, you can build, but there's no office. Not everywhere there's office. I think in Asia, this is going to be the number 8 office in Asia, all right? You look at the growth. According to David, this year we are right on track to hit 1 billion. Even though if we don't hit, it will be very close, I presume. And last year, we were ranked number one, not in revenue, not in size, because we haven't even hit 1 billion yet. From nowhere, actually ranking, when I first started about 4 years ago, I cannot find any ranking in the top 100, 200 companies, network companies, no. Palm Scully now is 32 already. From nowhere, it's like an underdog. Okay, we will rank number one. We will be among all the 500 direct selling companies. And the president of DSA called LifeWave the darling of the network marketing industry. All right. So we received this Bravo Growth Award also last year. All right. Now, so what is so unique about this company? I just want to share with you. There are so many unique features. Just three, because too many also you cannot remember. Number one, we have got zero competition. Tada competition. I'll give you an example. If today you are selling any type of health product, everyone is also selling. You want to sell what? Fish oil? There are so many brands in the market. You are in competition with other direct selling company. You are also in competition with the pharmacies. And you are also in competition with so many, maybe some medical institution. Of course, they are also selling. Some Chinese medicine shop also, maybe they are also selling. And yet you are also in competition with your own company distributor, correct? But in LifeWave, there is no outside competition. The only competition is between us, brand partners, friendly competition. But the market is so big, the whole world. Okay, this is already proven. It is a technology breakthrough in the health and wellness industry. That's why a lot of people have been, don't talk about other countries, don't talk about United States, just talk about Malaysia. I think about 2 years back when our country manager attended the DSAM annual dinner, people asked how you all can get your product registered as medical device. They were so what do you call so surprised and curious. There are many other companies sell device, remember the thing that blow now? Thing that you wear on your body, you sleep on it, and then a machine for you to shake your leg. There are so many types of equipment, but none of them have got this classification medical device, but we got it. Just a small little sticker, you see. That's why it's so unique. Zero competition. You want to be in the business whereby everybody is doing, of course, you still can make it, just like the kopitiam business, the cafe business. So many, there are big brands, small brands that you never heard of. But once in a while, you will see one, just like Oriental Coffee, it's going on listing in the Bursa already. You still can. It's an old business model, but they revive it, you still can. But plenty of competition, you have to be very creative, or you want to try something that nobody has. Zero competition. Now let's take a look. Many of you would have known that stem cell therapy is hella expensive. One jab can cost you easily 60, 70,000 now. If those done in Switzerland will cost you even more, 200, 300,000 maybe. And this is going to be the safest and the most affordable one. It's so cheap, I tell you. One patch is only a cup of coffee. And the best part is non-toxic, non-invasive, and non-transdermal. Nothing goes inside your body. You see, this technology is so advanced. It is just a small patch. You patch it onto your body. It is able to activate your own stem cell through the copper peptide. Take a look at the patent. It is written there, activation of stem cell. No big deal, isn't it? People may ask, patent, my company also got it. But you have to look at what patent. It could be a design patent, design something you need, a bottle, you get a patent. It could be a manufacturing or extraction process patent. But this is stated there, activation of stem cell. No, this is the result, but patent result proven. And it says reflect and emit specific wavelength of light to elevate level of copper peptide. That's how it works. It will elevate your copper peptide. The copper peptide will activate your stem cell. And it's written there, phototherapy apparatus. I don't know why they call it apparatus. It's a device, okay? Point number 2, we are 100% science-based. When I talk about this, some of my friends said, no big deal. My company also 100% science-based. Yes. But the difference is your company is even bigger, 100% science-based. But all the invention are by scientists hired by your company. But ours is all invented by David himself. He himself is the inventor. And today, he holds 139 patents. He still got plenty of products, which is not out in the market yet. Okay. You don't have to worry about the patent X39. Only 20 years, ma. He said, when the patent expire, people start copying, he will have X89, he says. Now, if you want the proof, there are some people like that, they just want to make you very difficult. I don't know why. There are some of my friends are like that one. No? They know that I have been in direct selling for 40 years. When I talk to them about product from direct selling, he wants proof. Hey, got proof or not? Got clinical study or not? But morning he go and eat char kway teow. He never asked the lady, hey, your kway teow got FDA approval or not? Clean or not? The siham, is it man-made or natural one? He never asked, no. The tauge from where? He never asked. So people are very funny, isn't it? You see? So, but not LifeWave. I got plenty of clinical report. So I like best when doctor, I remember one of my brand partner brought a few doctors to the office and asked me to do a presentation. I remember 5 doctors and 1 professor. So in the end, my presentation is very layman, very simple. In the end, one of the doctor asked me a question. So I answer this golden answer. I teach you how. Very easy. Doc, I don't know. That is the magic answer. But I have the clinical studies. Maybe I can send it to you. That's it. I got the patent. You cannot argue with the patent and the clinical studies. We have got 20 years of research and development, over 80 clinical studies, all done by independent researcher, university, medical, and scientific expert. Okay. So if people, they really want to challenge you on this, I tell you, I can send it to them. But I tell you, most of the time, the people who ask too much question in the end, they just want to make you difficult. And look at this. This is LifeWave have got the most advanced state-of-the-art manufacturing facility. Even the manufacturing facilities was designed by David himself. Why? Because this product is so new, nobody has it. All right. And we are building our 3rd factory now in Ireland. Yeah, we have got one in US, a very small one. Then we have another one in Ireland. Then now we are building a bigger one ready for a 2 billion market production. This product was first invented for the Navy SEALs to use. The first product is energy enhancer. Once you patch, it can increase up to 20% of your energy. Then when after LifeWave or when David went the word got out, one of the swimming coach, Richard Quick, heard about this and let his swimming team try. Then everybody, they broke all the record. They broke their own record. Then they started using even the men's. Michael won 8 gold medal with the patches on. Someone followed this field. And this was the letter issued by the World Anti-Doping Agency. They took some of the patches and sent for lab analysis. And the result was they found out that these patches inside contains no drug, no steroid, and no stimulant. And they issued this letter. The committee considered that this technology is not a method falling under the WADA list of prohibited substances and methods. And since then, plenty of professional athletes have been used. All right. Now, so other companies may have, but not look at the business part. This is a ready-made business. Imagine if you would to come up with your own money to start your own business. A small cafe will easily cost you 500,000 already. What about online? You need website, you need apps, and you need a system for you to track the business, to calculate the bonus. You require a lot of money, right? And all this has been ready-made for you. You know, all you need to do is to use it. That's it. And do we have to pay? Of course, you have to pay. How much? 25 USD a year only. The company used to charge us those days 25. Now, if you haven't become a brand partner, the first year, if you buy an enrollment kit, it's already waived. You don't have to pay the 25. All right. So, and this business, you can actually expand it to more than 70 countries worldwide. Some of the countries have offices, like what I say, some they don't have. Even countries without offices, like Australia, recently they are the fastest growing. Used to be Singapore with no office. No office seems to be growing faster, those days. So it doesn't matter, because today is not like previously. Those days when you want to build the direct selling business, you literally have to go and go to his house, because there's no phone, no hand. Don't talk about handphone. They don't even have a phone in the house. You got to go to the house and look for him, invite him to OPP, and then sometimes they don't want to come. You got to drag him. Sometimes you use all kinds of technique to. I remember those days when I was very young that time. My housemate, I wanted to invite him to OPP. So in the end, like want to fund me, turn face already because. So my last try, I said, this is going to be the last. If I only want you to follow me to one OPP meeting. After this meeting, if you say no, I will not talk to you anymore about the direct selling business. But I signed him up in the end. That was not LifeWave lah. That was long, long time ago lah. Okay. So, but now no need. You see, another thing is, those days when you want to expand your business, say to Singapore, just neighbor, you got to set up, you got to register again. Then when you make money, you got to hire an accountant to do your tax. You got to pay your tax in Singapore. Then if you want to expand to Taiwan, you got to do the same thing again, but not in LifeWave. It is seamless. You can do in 70 over countries. The system will track your business for you, and you get paid in US. Of course, we deal in USD, and we withdraw the money back to Malaysia, and we pay tax only in Malaysia. How wonderful. And we pay you 60% per dollar value. And this is my 5th MLM company, and by far, this is the best. They pay the highest in terms of commission. You know why? Because our margin is very high. Hey, people say markup very high. It's not. Margin and markup, because it's our own invention, not OEM, not people's product. We don't have to pay royalty. Our own factory. Everything is our own, except maybe the packaging and the logistic. That's it. And this 60% is divided into 3 bonus: the product introduction bonus, the binary bonus, and the matching bonus, not the retail profit. Retail profit, you buy wholesale, you sell at retail. But I do not recommend people to sell product. If a company you join, they concentrate and asking you to, the previous company that I was with, Sam knows, they have got this campaign, every quarter they ask you to fight, and then no trip, nothing on. They only give you a badge. Why? If they train you, they only ask you to sell products. They are training you into becoming a super salesman, not an entrepreneur, not a business person. So in our team, we do not train you to sell product. In fact, I have never do any training on sales. Correct, Sam? These few years, no, because we don't want you to become a super salesman. We want you to build network. You want to retire, you want passive income, isn't it? You want residual income. I want residual income. Okay, you want to be free, just like what Peter, he can travel here for 3 weeks, travel there for 2 weeks without doing anything, and yet the income still comes. That is what we want. All right. So if you do not sell the product, if today you talk to a new friend, he wants to try the product, okay, you register him as another brand partner, he buy the same price as you, but the company will pay you a product introduction bonus. Some company call it sponsoring bonus, all right? But of course, you cannot force people. Is there some people who don't want to buy product first? Cannot. Yes, you pay a 25 USD. But when you start to buy product, okay, you buy. There are 3 packages, 3 enrollment kit. You choose one of them, then the 25 is deductible. And then our 3 kit is up. You will be paid from 35 to 405 USD commission. Then you accumulate points. As long as you stay active, all you need to do is every 31 days. We count you by the days, not the months. Today it's a 6, it will be next month 6. 31 days. You only need a minimum of 55 points to keep your account active so that your points remains. It will not be flushed away. And any one of our product minimum is 55. All right. So you accumulate points. If one side reach 660, the other side only need half the amount, 330. 660, 330 is one cycle. One cycle is 50 USD. You get paid in USD. You buy product in USD, you get paid in USD. Do you like to earn USD and spend ringgit? Oh, very wonderful. You ask them. Okay, this is something we cannot control, but we can control. It's up to you. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so this bonus you get paid from 100 to 25,000, maximum 25,000. Okay, I would not want to go into deep detail about this. It all depends. The maximum of binary bonus that you can earn will depends on your ranking. No rank, maximum 100 per week. Manager maximum 1,005 per week. Director maximum 2,005 per week. Senior director 3,005 maximum per week. Executive director 7,005 per week. Presidential director 12,005. Senior presidential director is 25,000 USD per week. If you can max out, that means 1 month is 100,000 USD. Well, there are people who make this every month, every week, 25,000. Really, we have people. Malaysia, we have got 5 SPD already, 5 or 6. 6, yes, 6 SPD. Okay. 3 of them had hit maximum before. I haven't hit maximum yet. 3 of them. Maybe not every week, right? And the last bonus of the 60% payout is called the uni-level matching bonus. Now, this is horizontal. So the person who you sponsor is called your level 1. You may place on the binary either on the left or on the right. It doesn't matter. So whatever binary, let's say I sponsor Samsung. Samsung makes 100 binary. I will get 25% of his 100. So if you have 5 of them that make just the minimum 100, minimum 100 to 25,000 binary. So total payout will be 500, 25% will be 125. Doesn't sound a lot, isn't it? Eh, not bad also lah. 125 a week, 4 week is how much? 125, 125, 250, 500 USD. 500 USD convert to ringgit is how much? 2,000 over ringgit? No, extra income. If this five were to sponsor another five and each person also make 100, so second level, you have 2,005 payout. You receive a 20%, which is 500. And if D25 go one more level, five each will be 125. Each person just make 100. 12,500 payout. 20% is 2,005. You add them up together is 3,125. And all you need to do is to stay active as a manager. That's it. Manager is very simple. You only need to sponsor 4 active person. That's it. And if one of the person who actually make it big, if he max out, 25% is 6,250 USD. There are people collecting this kind of money every week. So you see, even one leg also you can make money. Okay. And the best part is, you may not become an inventor, but we have the opportunity to work together with this great man. I have never seen a company whereby the inventor, the founder, and the CEO is the same person. So many companies, when they grow big, like there's $1 billion company, 2 years ago, they sold to another company. If this is the $1 billion company, why the owner want to sell it? There must be something wrong. They want to cash out, isn't it? Okay. Maybe among the owners, there could be more than one person. They are into this. There are also some companies, also they split. Not only MLM, even traditional business, they split, they open their own. But this one won't happen because these 3% will never quarrel because it's the same person. Okay. Now I'm going to share with you how you can achieve 10 times of what you want with LifeWave. I remember when I first started, the amount of money I want, I said, I'm not greedy, if it was the pandemic, I just want an X amount. Then after 2.5 years, it's 10 times that amount. All right, 10x. So be very careful of what you wish for. It will come through 10 times. And this is the average income of a LifeWave brand partner. We take the average one. They are the high and the low one. The low one is those who are push up, chin satay, because somebody down there is a SPD, you may get pushed up, you see. So we take you look at the presidential director and the average is close to 400,000 USD. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Hopefully this year. 400,000 USD is how much? Is close to 200,000 ringgit. You tell me who makes 200,000 ringgit a year and you don't have to do much. This is passive income, residual income. You only need to do it right once. Okay? Just spend 3 to 5 years. Follow a proven system. These are the people who are following our system. Actually, it's nothing. It's just a name, The Japanese have the 6x6. It's the same thing, 6-4. I call it 642 only, So Peter also same, 3 left, 3 right is also 6, Because that's what the marketing plan, You want to hit a senior director and above, you need 6, But I call it the 642 because this name is already very famous in this industry. Many companies also use the same name. It doesn't matter, right? And then you look at that, just in a few short years, our team, they are actually more than this because there are some who break away. It's also part of us, actually, affiliated because they are running on their own, they're very independent, they may under another team name, they also have got senior directors and presidential director. Another one senior presidential director and one presidential director. You look at that. And these are not ordinary people. No, those days you say, yeah, direct selling people are for people who, cannot find a proper job, Go yellow, that's what you do. You look at that. We have Dennis, former company director of 3 public listed company. Yeah. Then we have Samson. We have KH Tan, who is a quantity surveyor consultant. He owns his own consultancy firm, you know. We have got business people. So whatever you want, it can be achieved. I put a Ferrari there is because this Danny still wants to buy a Ferrari. But do people own Ferrari? Not in Malaysia. Well, I saw with my own eyes, there's one LifeWave brand partner, one lady brand partner. 2 years ago when I was in Orlando, I saw a red Ferrari and it belongs to her, one of our brand partner. Okay. So whatever you want, if you put it down, the power of visualization, it can come true. Really, believe me, really. Now let's face the fact. After listening, you may say, you have been in this industry for 40 years, sure you can do it lah. You know so many people, you also can talk. Some more you corporate trainer, people say lah. Let's talk about the failure lah. Do you know why people fail in MLM? I failed many times. This is my 5th attempt. I mean, I have got some small success 20 years ago lah. But compared to this, it's nowhere near lah. Why? The number one reason, the most difficult part is the duplication process. I remember 40 years ago when I went into this industry, there's so many things to learn. No, I don't know the time. No, I got to learn how to do selling that time. The company, they teach you how to do retailing, and then I got to learn how to do sponsoring Then I got to learn how to present Not only just present one-to-one. No, I must also go up on the stage and present to many people. No? So that's how I learned public speaking So the beauty of this business is you get the chance to practice for free. So many things and then some more you got to learn to build yourself to become a leader, attitude mindset so many things Then once you get it right you got to train your downline to become you, correct? You also take so many years, So that's why the duplication process for so long, I got friends who are still with that company, okay, for 30, 40 years. I don't know. Maybe they are stuck there, or maybe they don't dare to take a risk with another company, or maybe they are contented, even though they haven't reached the top. Maybe the income for them it's okay, no problem. It all depends on what you want. But today we have got a method which is so easy. We call it the 3P approach. You don't even need to know how to present. This method is called what? Ask, point, and show. Can you do it? Ask, point, and show. You ask 2 questions, then you point him to a website, a landing page, to show him. That's it. Ask, point, and show. So first, you must know how to pick. If you can pick, you see you know why so many people they are so pissed off with direct selling people MLM people I remember this time when I went to look for Sam the wife said, "Yo, hi Rona again the guy stop." Lucky I persist Okay, now you see So because they are very pushy, and then sometimes people may just want to entertain you so that you will not come and bother them again, they may buy some product that's it. But today, Peter had taught me a much simpler way that everyone can do. You don't have to present it. So we will teach you how to ask 2 questions, that's it. Number 1, when you meet someone, a friend, okay, you will always start with a compliment. Please do not, there are a lot of people when they see a friend and say, "Oh, yo, Sam, what happened to you? You look so haggard now. What happened to you? You put on weight." No, you don't talk about all this. You say, "Hi, David. Long time no see. Well, you still look great." You still look great. You are still as handsome or still as beautiful as forever, as ever, whatsoever lah. you compliment people. Then people will like it. When people like it, people will compliment you back. Then when he asked you, what are you doing now? That is a signal for you to ask the first question. Okay. You cannot go and tell people, hey, I am into this, blah, blah, blah. People don't want to listen. When people ask you, what are you doing now? Or if you patch it in a place like here, when your friends see it and ask you, what is this? That is also a signal. Then you ask the first question, do you know what is stem cell? Do you know what stem cell is? Do you know anything about stem cell? Question like this. Simple. Everybody can do it, right? Then you let him explain. You know, most of the time they know a little bit, not in detail. Well, I know, I got a friend who went for a stem cell jab. He paid about 60,000. It's so expensive. I heard this person always go to Switzerland. No, Switzerland. No. That's why he's about 100 years old. He's still so active in politics, that kind of stuff. So when you start talking, you let him talk. Then after that, you ask him the second question. This is what he's. Do you let him explain, let him talk? You don't talk. Then after that, you ask him the second question. Have you heard about the latest stem cell technology? Have you heard about the new stem cell technology? Latest or new? He sure? No, never. What is it? What stem cell technology? What new stem cell technology? He will ask you. Then you tell him that this patch, you patch it onto your body, it is able to activate your own stem cell without the injection. Then you can say, and it's so cheap compared to that one, 60,000. This one cup of coffee. Then he may be curious or he may be doubtful. In his mind, he say, oh, yeah, bo. Sure or not? Don't bluff me, that kind of stuff. Then all you need to do is to ask him to scan your phone for those who have the QR code. If you don't have the QR code, you ask him to go to iwtkm.com. Don't click on your phone and show him. Ask him to type in on his phone. If this little initiative is not willing to do, next, he is not interested. Have you sold him anything? No. Did you invite him to OPP? No. Is it pushy? No. Are you selling anything? No. So you let him take a look. You let him take a look. You ask him, at least watch the video, 2 minutes only. Then if you want, you can ask the third question. Or let's say if he is interested, he asks you for more. Or you need to practice now. Sometimes you need to ask this third question. Hey, with a product like this, you think can sell or not? You think they can make money or not? This product's so affordable, everybody can afford. Ask him question like this. If he is interested, he wants to know more. If you know how to present the concept, the technology, or the plan, if you know, then you ask him, do you have time? I need 30 minutes. A lot of people, when people are interested, they start talking non-stop. People may not have time, no? So you ask him for half an hour. But I tell you, if he say half an hour, no problem, you sit down, have one coffee. Sometimes you talk for 2 hours also, he won't leave. Because he got interested already. But if you don't know how to present, you invite him to a Zoom. Yesterday, I met my new friend, Jack. Today, he's here already. I pick him. Today, I sent him. Yesterday, I did not tell him there's a Zoom present. I just sent him today already. He came in and take a look. Whether he's interested or not, it doesn't matter. I was practicing. I also need to practice. Like what Peter say, Now, if you got a friend who are very anti-direct selling, you can use the reverse psychology. I like this. Hey, Sam, I know you reject me many times. You don't like direct selling. I'm not going to sponsor you, don't worry. I want to practice on you. Can or not? You asked him. He sure said, can, I'm not trying to sponsor you, ma. I'm not trying to sell you anything, ma. I just want to practice on you, ma. He said, can. Okay. Then you do the same thing. This Peter, fantastic, correct or not? Okay. So that's how, you see, that's how. So you pick, you preview. This is a preview. So if the person wants to try, then you partner. Then he may want to use the product first, then you partner. You see. Okay. Can you see my slide? Can see or not? Or it went off? Sam,
Yeah. You're still there.
you still
You see
there?
your,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Okay, now let's take a look. Now these are the landing page. Don't worry, some people may scare that if I ask people to go onto your website after all the contact go to you, don't worry. There is no telephone number, there is no email, and there's no opt-in form. It's just a page everybody can use. Okay, good. English, Malay, and Chinese, 3 languages. But the video, the latest one is the English version, and the other two is the previous version because they haven't translated it yet. And every time a new person want to start, always start with these 2 products first, if not one. If one product only X39, 2 product X39 and yuan. One X39 can exchange for 2 yuan on the enrollment pack. And this is how you build passive income. You don't ask him to buy the biggest pack. You want consistency. So you need volume. You need 10,000 to become GVU is the group volume uni level, 30 days volume, okay, from your left and right leg, okay. Placement not counted. All must be personal sponsor down the line. 10,000 senior director, 50,000 executive director, 100,000 presidential director, 200,000 senior presidential director. The fastest senior presidential director today, okay, is 9 days. They come with one whole team. Those days, Steve and Gina, 23 days is fantastic. I make it in 2.5 years, consider fast also lah. But people 9 days, crazy. But never mind. We are not Superman. We are ordinary people. This is how you build for ordinary people. You come in, you buy an advance pack because you need 300 PV to start, or you can accumulate. If you want to fast, start with advance. 6 X39, you can change 2 to 4 yuan, so 4. If you want to use product, husband and wife, 2% can use for 2 months. Then after advance, don't ask him to upgrade to premium. Ask him to buy a 6 months enrollment kit, 6-month maintenance pack. Total cost is 1,285, 7 months active. Every month got 110 PV. Or he may start with a call. After 30 days, upgrade to advance. You pay the difference. Then buy a 6-month maintenance kit. It's the same amount of money, but 8 months active. They got 8 months to try. Rather than you ask him to upgrade to premium, whereby only 3 months. Okay. Now, comes to training. Okay. If the person really wants to learn fast, you can ask him to go to teamsinaran.com. Everything is there. You want presentation slide, is there. You go to the resources tab. You want to learn, you want to build, you want to grow, everything is there. I call this training on demand. Just like now Netflix, you want to watch movie, no need to wait, on demand. This is training on demand. And next week, we're going to start podcast, a series of podcasts. We're going to talk about how you can build your business, some of the tips that you can learn. Okay, we will cover many aspects of the business. And then it's not going to be a very long session. It's only half an hour plus 15 minutes Q&A, 45 minutes, that's it. All right. Now, if you ask me before I close, what is the most important a person need to build himself, the character? What is most important if you want to build this business long term is integrity. I have been in this business for 40 years. I have seen all kinds of stuff, all kinds of pattern, all kinds of people. Never steal, never cheat, and never lie. Don't steal other people's downline. Very, very important. You do it once, people will talk about it for the rest of their life or your life. So if the person already in the business, don't ask him to use another person's name and sign up again. Mother's name now, never mind. Father's name now, never mind. Next time transfer back now. No, this is stealing. Technically, they are not wrong. Morally, they are wrong. Okay. So if you want to build fast, you want to use this kind of method, I tell you, you can, but your name will be gone. I tell you, very, very important. Okay. Number one, because integrity build trust. If everybody would have what do you call integrity? Every time when you have an event, people feel safe to bring people. You know why? You know, some people, oh, yo, I bring him, he knows him, he knows him, he knows him, after, he saw his good friend or his good friend come and close him. It's okay. If everybody knows how to do it, never mind, if he comes, sometimes like that, you may not be able to close him. Maybe 3 months later, his friend closed him. You cannot blame him. You know what I mean? There's no chop, There's some people who chop, I saw him first, no chop. You cannot close, you let him go lah. Correct now. All right. So with this, I'd like to say thank you very much. Okay. For those who are preparing, to go to the uh, Bali, I just bought my air ticket just now because I need to go to Jakarta first. Wow, I tell you, better buy fast lah. The air tickets like very fast, no more. See, the price keep going up. All right, and we are going for our next incentive trip in Bali. For those who are, maybe some of you wants to go to Jakarta first, you can, okay. All right, so with this, I'd like to pass it back to Samson. Thank you very much. So next week, join us again with the same link. Okay, it's the same link. And we're going to have a series of podcasts. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ronald. Yep, as usual, after the podcast, after the presentation.